wanted to connect with you. Truly unexpected video, an unexpected topic, inspired by our experiences yesterday with Don. Some of you guys have seen the video I posted about us going shopping. And I think that every person that is curious about the world should be able to travel. I wrote in the title, every American should see Europe at least once in their lifetime, because America is a very big country, and sometimes, I'm sorry guys, as always, my tripod. America, of course, is a very big country, and a lot of times people who live here, they just resort to exploring United States, which I think is truly amazing opportunity, and it's truly awesome to live in such a big country that you may not even see all of it during your lifetime. But I also think there is definitely magic in seeing just a second guys, it's a little too bright. I think there is definitely, there is definitely magic in seeing the world and experiencing other cultures. Do you guys agree? And I just want to also tell you, yesterday it was such an incredible experience for me. Meeting with Don. Don is, I would say, kind of like very very humble, down to earth, really kind and sweet, kind of personalities that we have here in the Midwest, especially people who live in the country. People that just, they don't think about a lot of entertainment. They work hard. We have lots of farmers. We have lots of people that just very down to earth and humble. They really probably do not see an opportunity, that they will ever have an opportunity to cross the ocean. But there is nothing wrong with crossing the ocean. And yesterday, I just wanted to show you guys that, you don't have to be a millionaire to look good, look presentable. You don't have to have a lot of money to do certain things. Yes, if you have, an opportunity, if have certain financial stability to do things, that is wonderful. But I just wanted to encourage just simple people who live in the country, just maybe never thought that they will see beyond crossing the borders. And it just touched my heart yesterday so much when Don told me, when we were looking around, he said it was so heartfelt. He said, Veronica, this is a trip of a lifetime for me. It was just, and I, guys, you have to understand, I've been living here over a decade now. And when sometimes it takes me a while sometimes to remember those fresh impressions, right? Because we change, we evolve, we don't notice it, but we change and evolve every single day. And it was just so sweet and childish and naive that it really touched my heart. And I believe that people should have dreams and should have desires, even if they are not reasonable. Because when you or they are, some people think that those are frivolous things, to see the world, to explore, to do these things. But honestly, to me, I don't think that seeing the world is frivolous. I think that not seeing anything but where you were born and die there, I think that is pretty unambitious, the opposite of being ambitious at all. And I think the wonder and curiosity, it's something that keeps us alive and makes us happier. I don't know, it was just, I don't know if Dan is watching this. He probably will, at some point, because he's just watching particular videos, not all of my videos, but which is okay. But I was just really touched, so touched to see how special I would how special it was to um it was for him to, to get ready, how excited he is to see Europe. And I can tell you, if you are, if you are in one of our agricultural states, there is nothing wrong with it. If you're in Michigan, if you are in anywhere in Midwest, or if you just live in across United States but you live in a smaller places, going to Europe, particularly Eastern Europe, can be such a beautiful experience for you, because you can enjoy the big city. And it's, my husband at the time used to tell me, you know, big cities in US are not as nice as in Europe. And I could not understand, what do you mean big cities in US are not as nice in Europe? Like, how is, what? Didn't make any sense to me. But now I do understand. It's such a great opportunity for you guys who live in just all around US. If you want to experience, the culture, the European style architecture, food, it's almost also like you time travel in many ways. I've heard from people that they would tell me, I feel like I'm time traveling. And now I can tell, without being hateful in any size, shape, or form. I love exploring cities and states in US. I have a dream to see pretty much every state. But you experience new culture, and nicer, it means they are less aggressive and they are safer in many ways. I am not walking in south part of Lansing at 12 a.m., my dear friends, because you will have to rewatch my old videos if I'll do that. Because my new videos will not be coming if I decide to walk late at night in, in South Lansing or Detroit. It will be a wrap, baby. It will be a wrap of my career and my life. So, but when I'm in Ukraine, guys, especially in summer, I do not come back home till 11, 12, 1 a.m. And it's not because I'm clubbing, or doing some weird stuff like that. Because, I mean, I've already done all that stuff. I told you, I'm not interested in that. And I think, there is time and place for everything. But you can go, you can go salsa dancing, you can go to live concerts, you can go to jazz concerts, and people are outside. And I think every American should travel to Europe and being able to see people walk around on site. There is so much social, there is something about that kind of city life when people are, all these restaurants have the seats outside, the rooftop concerts, and it's not all that commercial as well. Of course there are places there, when you have to buy a ticket, but there is a lot of things that are very inexpensive and they're available. You just having an adventure when you walk around. You can buy some street food, you can talk to people, you can listen to musicians concert on the street, and you can do all these awesome things. You can really expand your mind. And it's one of the most oh yes, all those wonderful cafes. Oh my god, it's just such a joy to do these things. And um and I wanted to I'm so glad that Don agreed to show his experiences. We just were getting him some clothes, we were having fun, but I was so touched. He's just one of those really pure, sweet, kind people, and I'm so glad that he's treating himself to the trip. He made it obvious when he reached out to me that he's not rich, and he's kind of on a budget. He was honest about it. He wasn't trying to, deceive me and anything like this. But I just so much wanted to help and support him. I want him to have the best experience ever and come back inspired. And maybe guys like Dan may even consider retiring in Ukraine. He doesn't really, he shared, he doesn't really, I don't think it's a secret, so he doesn't really have family here, or like anything that really holds him now when he's retired. So you can, if you make a very humble living in Ukraine, you can live very, very well and even support the family on the money that you get in US. That's another thing, dollar goes further, and if you are smart, you can provide a very good life for yourself, and you just enjoy all the life has to offer, and maybe even create a family. So anyway, oh, hi Don. Thank you. No, you're just, it was so nice meeting you, and I'm just so I was just so touched by how humble and um how genuine you are. I can feel people, like I'm not as good as a body language guy with everything, all this deep knowledge of every move, which I think is fascinating. But I can feel people on a different level. I can feel way beyond the words and their, the people's appearance. So it was a pleasure meeting you, and I was going to send you a message and tell you that I'm so glad to help you on this journey, and now I can tell it to you live. Um so yes, it was really, it was hard work done. Tell all the men that shopping is a hard work, so you guys better be understanding when it comes to shopping. It's not that easy as you think. So, but seriously, I hope that you have the most wonderful experience, and you get to enjoy the, you know everything that our a lot of things that our country has to offer. And it's a treat. you know I have to say, I'm used to now being here, and also in US. I do travel a lot inside of US, and I mean, I travel enough, not yet as much as I want to, but um once in a while you have a moment. You have a moment, or I have a moment where I'm like, why I'm living here? Like, it's kind of easy. In United States, to me, it's a little bit tough, because big cities are, there is a lot of crime here. There is a lot of weird urban style stuff going on, and I'm now a mother, so I don't want to be worrying whether my child came back from the school, whether there is a shooting. And in the big cities in United States, there is a lot of gun violence. By the way, none of the gun violence in US comes from people who own guns legally. Gun violence comes from people who own guns illegally and then create all this disaster. So living in a big city, I would not want, because of craziness and kind of, well, really danger. I would not be able to sleep at night well. I need to know that my family is safe. Small towns are really hard sometimes, because people, I hate to say this, and guys, I'm saying this with, not trying to be mean, but a lot of people in the small towns, not all, but many, they look at the world like this. And when I tell them that I'm from Ukraine, they think that Ukraine is nothing but fields of wheat, or, just like some weird little country. They don't know anything about the world. People do not know anything about geography. And the thing is, it's okay, but it's really hard to relate. And this is like all people from Russian Ukrainian community, one of the reasons why they keep their friends, because they need to have somebody to relate to and have certain conversations. But it's pretty much like this. Although if they would have a chance to go and see that architecture and all that lifestyle, they would be blown away. So when you guys, I want you to know, when you go to Ukraine, you really support the economy. You really support the people. You make people feel good that you wanna explore, get to know their country. So we have today all day, every day, and I supposed to be at dinner, but we decided to move it because it didn't look like rain too, like rain if we were ever going to stop. So I'm saying hello to you guys. instead. No, no dinner. Maybe a little bit later. So, yeah, Steven says that's correct. Hi, Steven. Um, Joseph, what are you talking about? You're saying it is hard work, but when you have a great person with you, it makes it better. Please let me know what you mean. Oh, shopping. Yes. Uh, yes, it was fun, Don. It was really nice. I can't even, explain exactly shopping, yes. So I don't know, it just sometimes you meet people and you feel like, you just understand them. You really feel uh how to support or help them. It's just a really great experience. Steven says, I absolutely love Ukraine. Thank you. Thank you for saying that. Yes, me too. I do miss it sometimes. I miss the European lifestyle. I am not a girl that, I probably won't become a redneck anytime soon. Hello, Wayne. Uh, I'm just laughing at myself. I'm not, I probably won't become a redneck anytime soon. But by the way, by the way, I have no problems with so-called rednecks. I appreciate people, farmers who make our food, who work hard. Um, I'm just laughing. It would be really funny if I make a video 10 years later and you see me, I'm like working in the field, growing some vegetables. That'd be crazy. But hey, I like real food, so it's good. Oh my gosh, Wayne. Sorry guys, I need to stop. Well, actually, my dinner was supposed to be at a very special place. I'm not gonna tell you what it is, but I will maybe make a little film for you guys. But we moved it to a little bit further in the weekend because it's been raining all day. So we're just gonna have home dinner tonight, but probably I may do a little clip just to show you. It's a very beautiful romantic place. Very nice atmosphere. By the way, it reminds me of places in Ukraine. It's a beautiful, beautiful place. I can give you a hint. It's an old English place. So really, really nice. But again, not tonight. Sushi, steak. Yeah, sushi are awesome. Thank you, Wayne. You are so sweet. Wayne is saying you can stay with us. We appreciate your company. Well, I just wanted to connect with you guys and just tell you, don't talk yourself out of your dreams. Sometimes when you share your dreams with people like, well, why do you need to go to Ukraine? They just don't know what it is at all. I remember I mean, some people just criticize things even though they don't even know what they're talking about. And honestly, I think if you know that people will not support your interest, it's better sometimes to keep your mouth shut and just prepare for your trip, get things ready, prepare financially. Honestly, everybody can travel. That's my next point. But people will try to discourage you or scare you or make you fearful. I don't know why people have to just like put their insecurities and transfer, like project their fear on you. I don't know why. Have you noticed that people who travel often, they generally would not ever tell you, oh, this is dangerous, do not do that. Did you guys notice that? That people generally who travel, who just explore the world, they would never talk you out of these things. But it's people who've never done anything that they would take you out of things. And again, one of the reasons I wanted to show you, and I'm glad that Dan agreed to be on camera for a bit, and it just was so funny, that I wanted to show you that you don't have to be rich, you don't have to be even wealthy. You can cut on some of your bad habits and make the travel. A lot of people feel like, well, I'm kind of low, on a low income or a limited budget or something like that. If you cut your your drinking habits that killing you anyway, your cigarettes habits especially, you just spending, buying all this packaged food, buying all this crap, you can actually save easily. Let's say that you are on a lower income, or you're younger person, you just start working, you can save the money. Americans waste so much money on things that are overpriced and low quality, but especially when it comes to beer, cigarettes, fast food. Think about this. You only think that you cannot travel, you cannot do these things, but you can. If you really want to, you can. Guys, many guys who are on my chat right now have been to Ukraine, and please share your thoughts for those so those guys who will be watching. You can see the comments. If you hit the live chat under the video, you can see the comment replay. After about 24 hours, you can see the comments back. A lot of my guys who are Joseph in Ukraine right now, and he's enjoying, and he's saying, people said that to me before. Now when I post photos of Ukraine, they say, wow. Exactly, people would say, oh, you don't need to go there, there's nothing there. And now when you're there and you're posting your pictures and enjoying yourself, and honestly, in Kiev even, you can enjoy the finest things in life, and it's about maybe half, or maybe even, yeah, it's about half of or less of what you would spend here on certain things. Plus, it's not even about the money, it's about learning the culture. You can have a trip on a budget. Yesterday we had the challenge, with Dan. It was really, really fun. He found all these awesome deals and all of that, and then when he came to the register, that stuff was almost all of it was half off. So it's like, you can get your basics, you can prepare, and you can just you can have. I just was so touched when you said, when you said, this is gonna be a trip, this is gonna be a trip of my lifetime. I don't know, it really did touch me. I was like, wow. And it will be. So yeah, I think that every American should see Europe at least once in their life, and the world, and being able to explore and learn other things and see how other people live. And what's interesting, you will find you'll find differences, but it's very interesting because you're gonna find so many similarities, and in the end of the day, we are all the same. Thank you so much, Bill. Oh, by the way, I want to thank you for my new Patreon members. I'm so excited. Our Patreon is growing, and which means that soon I will be able to do lives for Patreon only, and like live Zoom chats when you guys can participate too. I can be on a, you can just ask something you want to ask, or you guys can share your experiences. We can just meet each other like online, face to face. But it would be, I'm looking forward to it. We just need to grow a little bit, and I just want to welcome my new members. I think today I got another new member, and I think he has same last name as I am. So Welcome, Frederick. I think it was Frederick Olsen. Welcome to the channel and to the Patreon. Thank you so much for joining. And guys, again, you've been asking me why some of my videos becoming private is because I want to share with you at the time this video airs out. But sometimes it's something too personal, some too much into depth, and really for those people who truly dedicated to the channel. So and in a couple of days, if you're a Patreon member, you will be able to access the video and watch like all of that stuff, all of that good stuff. So plus, also, if you're a Patreon member, you can get my reply quicker because I don't do a lot of social media, guys. Social media really drains me. I'm trying to be very, very, like, careful with that. And also, you can request a topic. Let's say you personally going through something and you want to request a topic. So sorry, guys. So with if you're a Patreon member, you can just text me or send me a message, say, hey, could you please do this topic? Or so thank you for joining. I feel very honored when you support me like that. And I'm glad that our off YouTube and YouTube family is growing. Yes, Black Sea is nice. Yes. I think Russian architecture is breathtaking. Yes. Good night, Joseph. Thank you, Stephen. Thank you for the kind words. Good morning. Good morning, Michael Ray. It's kind of evening here, but good morning. Okay, guys, do you have anything you want to share? I'm going to read through some more comments. Oh my gosh, seriously? Hub of Truth by Michael. I don't know about small towns, but I'm leaving this country in 2 weeks and become a permanent resident of Ukraine. Love your videos. Congratulations, Michael. Do you have a channel too? And also, keep us updated. Wow, that's a big decision. So Michael is changing his residency. What good luck, and I hope that you truly will enjoy everything that you can have over there. I should be like ambassador for Ukraine or something. But I think it's also very, there is one thing when you travel. This could be a good video. I'll put a plan, guys, to make this video. The difference between immigration and travel experience, because when you immigrate and you live in there, it's a lot different than when you go for a fun 2 weeks of drinks, cafes, river, boats, and friends, and salsa dancing and shopping and having fun. But it's different when you need to deal with government, when you need to follow local laws, when you need to be all these kind of when you need to really become a citizen, a resident. So I think it's a lot different. Not I know it's a lot different. So before you decide to become a resident and move, I think it's a good idea to actually see, travel first. And we actually talked with Dan about this yesterday, that it's really good to be able to come for 2-3 weeks, or even maybe 2-3 months, to explore the country, to understand more, before you take a decision to become a resident or move or retire or live there a part of the time. So just want to tell you that because sometimes, in my experience, uh sometimes you travel to the country and you really enjoy it and you see all the highlights, and then when you come there for work or permanent stay, you also see downsides. So you guys may know, I was well, some of you may know, I lived in Turkey for a while because I was just fascinated. I love Middle East, but the problem is it's not always safe. I mean, it comes with certain risks. And first, when I was coming for traveling to Turkey, oh, I had a riot, everything was fun. But when I came there for 3-4 months to work at the time, man, that was different. I still loved it and enjoyed it. I even learned the language a little bit, and I just really enjoy things. But the things I went through, that's a whole different video. So, yeah, it was, at some point you have to take into consideration local mentality, local laws. You don't want to stick like a sore thumb. You want to be able to blend in. And for example, in Muslim countries, they really have a deficit of women. They just going wild. Like, you literally sometimes, it may sound kind of crazy but they really going overboard. If they see the woman that they like, they would just, they would, they just very, they get very excited. But it's really weird because you can, in United States, if somebody's stalking you, like, you walk around, if somebody's stalking you, you can call the police and it's gonna be over. Over there, I remember walking the streets, and I remember the cars would follow me in a different. Okay, yes, yes, yes. Okay, GX, tell me that I'm not wrong. When you have a beautiful, woman walking on the street, the people would show their reaction and like do things, but also the cars would people would stalk you, and sometimes, unless you tell them to go far away, they would not stop. So you have to understand, and you also have to learn how to manage things. But yet you meet a lot of great people. You meet people that are very cultured and educated. You just need to know. And guys, with Ukraine, yes, GX, thank you so much for backing up my words, because it was something else. But with time, you meet people. Then when I was in Turkey, since GX lives in Turkey, I want to say this, I met some of great friends, and they were looking out for me, and they know that I'm a young female. They were all looking out for me. So it was awesome. I saw really genuine, wonderful people that I made friends with to this day. So, but you just have to be aware of country laws, of religion, that certain countries, it's okay here to walk around in summer outfits and showing your shoulders, and wearing like decolletage and wearing like nice feminine things. In Turkey, people would literally fall out from their cars sometimes when they see a woman, and it's not even anything super provocative, it's just feminine, but they just like lose their minds. So you just have to learn how to handle things and not create trouble. And for those of you guys who want to live in Ukraine, you have to understand that one of the downsides of living in Ukraine is that in Ukraine we have some issues with corruption, and we have issues with the law. The law in Ukraine is does not play a major role. We even had that saying that the laws were made to be broken. So basically, the laws in Ukraine are have room for improvement in terms of actually anybody following the law. I remember when I just came here, I was so surprised. When you drive here in US and you have stop signs here and there, I was surprised that people stop. I was surprised that people do not drive on the red light. You know, that everybody is so yes, yes, GX. I know. I'll get to that, but yeah, yeah, like, you know, you drive here in US, if it's, you know, people stop, people even stop when it's just a stop sign. Like for me, when I just came here, I was driving right through stop sign. I remember my son was like, wow, red light runner, but it was not. I was not running. Okay, so the light changing, right? It's changing from yellow to red. So I wasn't trying to get on the red light, but when the yellow light comes up, I would speed up so I can fly through the yellow light and not wait till the after the red light. And this is a Russian or Ukrainian thing. When you see a yellow light, American people are slowing down. Russian people or Ukrainian speed up to go right through. And only when my son start saying, when I would drive, he would make this face like, wow, red light runner. I'm like, man, I don't want my son to think that I'm a red light runner. So I like, okay, I will try to slow down. Oh my god, by the way, talking about Turkey, GX, if you're still here, if you think that Ukrainian or Russian driving is bad, go to Turkey. I want to say something about last time I was in Turkey was 2 years ago, and we were like on a on a part near Greece. We went to Bodrum, I believe it was. Marmaris, Bodrum's that part. And oh my god, the way you guys drive, I don't know if Jake's, it's mind blowing. Like I drive here in US, but I would never drive in Turkey. It's like shoo shoo shoo. Like people do. First of all, no pedestrians. I don't know how they crossing the road. Like you need to run, but then but then you know, when you're just trying to drive, the way you guys, I mean, it takes some skills to do this. Like you don't have any space between cars, and you go right close, and then you maneuver, and then you like right on the end of the mountains. I literally thought that it would be my last trip ever, but that's just the style. So don't judge the country by just being there for 1 week having a great holiday. You know, don't judge the country but by just you know, having like 1 week resort. You have to stay and see if this craziness is okay for you. So it's just wild. Let me read some of your comments, guys. Okay, Wayne is saying, I think you're not right there. Most of the people I've seen in the United States in the course of my 65 years have sped up to get through a yellow light. The law says you're supposed to slow down. You see, I didn't know that. I didn't know. You think I read those laws? I know more now. Yeah, stop. That's not what people do. And more people get tickets for running red lights. Yeah. I'm only learning this, you know. When I was learning how to drive, I was highly pregnant. So I didn't really read the book. And then when I had my baby, I was I don't know why I did not read anything, and I came and I passed my test. So I decided to use my logic and intuition to just pass the test. But I've never really learned the rules. But it's also, guys, because I was fresh of Ukraine. I didn't know that the rules matters. I didn't know you need to know the rules. You have to understand that this is how different people are. And I grew up breaking every rule. It was a lot more fun. Oh my God. You know, my husband at the time, he used to say that, how you can get away with murder. He said, like, if I do this, if I would get a ticket, if I do this, I would get fined. He used to always say, tell me you can get away with murder. he would get so anxious if we cross a red light, or if I did something I was not supposed to do. But he knew that it's so much fun sometimes to be a little bit playful. And he kind of would let me do certain things, but he would get so tense and scared. And if you think about this, it's because he was raised in a country where you have to follow the law. I grew up in a country where there was no law whatsoever. Breaking the law was normal. Now, of course, guys, we evolve with time. Now I have responsibilities, and and things I'm doing. Of course, I think and I try to follow important things, unless they are hurting or compromising my freedom and my right as a human being. But that's a whole different conversation. So anyhow, yes. Yes. I'm reading your stuff. I did not grow up in America. I grew up in Ukraine, and I came to America about over a decade ago. So I did not grow up in America for sure. I grew up in Ukraine, and that's why that's why I have this channel probably. Something on catcalling, yes, man. And the thing is, guys, I appreciate, Turkish men's energy and just how much they are like. I try to look at it with humor. I try to look at their craziness over women with humor and with laughter, and say yes. And I would tell my friends who have low self-esteem, you should just go and just hear every 5 minutes how gorgeous you are. Just be careful. But it is a little bit annoying, and it is very uncomfortable when people follow you. If you're from Turkey, you will know I learned this. Benim rahat bırak. Leave me alone. I've learned that. So people would leave me alone. But they just, in US, people usually would not be too aggressive toward you, because you know that it's you cannot do these kind of things. In Turkey, people can follow you and just really stalk you. I don't like that. I don't like to be suffocated. Yes, Michael is saying, I tell my feminist friends to find a husband in Turkey. But to be very honest, I love Turkey. Turkey is one of my favorite countries. And even when I get frustrated, when you go the street, I like wearing feminine dresses and clothes, not revealing or overly sexualized, but just some form fitting. And I like open shoulders, and it just gets so much attention, as if I was walking in lingerie. I don't know what it is. Benira had barak, yes, that's me. So anyway, and I love this country so much. I love the food. I like so many awesome things about just atmospheres of nature, the culture. I love everything about it, except that part is hard. But then when I get super frustrated, I just say, not to be in a bad mood, I'm just say, yes, you're just that gorgeous, So, and I tell to my friend, just look at it with laughter, just laugh at it, because in Turkey there is still very patronymic society, and men cannot just have you have to get married to have sex. So they are suppressed sexually. They can't just it's hard to have relationships without marriage and things. That's why they're so obsessed about women. But when you know how to hold yourself, people won't do nothing to you. When you know how to hold yourself, and sometimes you just need to smile and just accept it. Just you got to be smart. But it would be really hilarious. It would be hilarious for an American feminist to marry a Turkish guy. It's especially the ones that's never been to anywhere else. But at the same time, I have to say, when I was in the bigger cities in Turkey, there is many people, many men who studied in Germany and who just were very worldly and knew many languages and were very polite and not clingy like that. So it really depends where you are at. Turkey is very popular for Ukraine because, you know, price and value, and you get a lot for your money. So people love going there. But I love exploring the country. I like looking at cultural things and art, mountains, nature, history. That fascinates me. Meeting just regular people, you know, that live. I just love meeting different people that doing just living their life. Just so it's fascinating. I hope you guys can hear me well. Beni rahat bırak. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that you had to learn that. Yeah, I did, but it's okay. In Lviv, driver seems kind. Yes, yes. GX says that in Lviv, in Ukraine, the drivers seem to be kind. They are stopping at crosswalk to let people cross. Not something you see in Turkey. Yes, yes, I know. GX, I have a question. Like, if you're from Turkey, how people supposed to cross the street? Like, you're supposed to fly over. I mean, unless you are really like a showstopper, maybe they would stop. But I mean, how people supposed to cross the street? Thanks, Jay. Everyone should travel. Yes. So, guys, anyway, we're just sharing about all kinds of stuff, but you know, you should treat yourself and go and see the world, and you know, don't listen. You know, now we have YouTube. You can find people in a particular country you want to go. I'm not saying that you all have to go to Ukraine or you all have to go here or there, but it's, I mean, I think it's so weird, you know, to wake up every day, get up, you know, do your thing, go to work, and do same day, same thing for 75 years. Not moving, not exploring, and just kind of weird to me, honestly. It really helps with your developing your mindset and when you explore other cultures. Oh wow, Michael. Michael Ray, are you where are you from, Michael Ray? I'm just curious. Michael is saying, I'm this is an unusual message today. Michael is saying, I'm going to visit Kiev soon. I don't do sex before marriage, and I always make that clear. I'm a spiritual dude first. I think that's what makes some of us very popular. Wow. Well, that's unusual to hear that from a man, but it could be a good thing because you won't be carried away by the sexual attraction and executing that, because sometimes when you meet your kind of person, it's just you will overlook everything that matter for marriage, and you just will like fall into that because let's be real, when you connect with somebody deeply, it's a drug. So I'm speechless. You're from Arizona? Okay, I need to know, how old are you? I've never I've never really met any. I don't think I met a lot of men who would tell me that. Women, yes, but men, no. So, are you maybe you are religious and that's part of your religion? But whatever it is, it doesn't matter. Good for you. 39, 39? Wow. Have you been married before? Asking for a friend. when somebody asking you a question and it's like really weird or inappropriate. Yeah, asking for a friend. Okay, I got you. Okay, I understood. Okay, so you're divorced, and yeah. Okay, so you want to meet first your person and connect, and everything else is later. That's pretty wise, but it's very unusual. So asking for a friend, that's is pretty impressive. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Tell her you found a fiancé for her in Turkey. But I want to tell you though, I do enjoy the gender roles, and when I was in Turkey, nobody would let me carry a heavy bag. They would, the guys would run around you at the restaurant. You would always get a dish, extra dish you never ordered, extra cocktail drink you never asked for. Like, you really get the benefits of this extreme gender roles, but you get the downsides too, because a lot of time you get for real sexually harassed. Not like in America somebody looked at you, oh, it's sexually harassment. No, in Turkey it's real. Like, I don't want to go into it, but yeah. So you just have to be smart. You need to be able to do a cold face and I know some bad words in Turkey too, but I won't tell them on my channel. I know I've learned some really bad words. Can't ever no one what? I think that the sexual part should come as a result, as a connection, and evolve as your feelings evolve and your relationship evolve, and it's like a culmination. Like in a, when if you're looking for something long term, if you're looking for marriage or something long term. My I see. Yeah, I know. It's one of them, GX. It's one of them, yes. I have good memory. Um, I see, Michael. I'm glad you're finding somebody who is vibing with you and who is fun. So, anyway, Wayne, I hope that connection will get better. Wayne is saying, so you were a bad girl. I would say I was very rebellious. I don't automatically trust people, and I challenge everything that people tell me. So yeah, it's really funny because in Ukraine I was, rebellious. In US I'm considered traditional. So it's kind of interesting how it works. But I would say again that I challenge everything, and when I was young, younger, I was always challenging the things that people trying to tell me. So that wasn't good. Yeah, I was a biker in Ukraine. Yes, yes, Michael. I still have I even have the jacket left. Yeah, you figured me out. Even have the jacket. Bikers. Bikers forever. But anyway, guys, I just wanted to tell you, you don't have to, says the girl in the leather jacket. Yeah. I hope you can watch later, Wayne, on a better quality. Yeah, so, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to say this, don't be afraid to dream, and be careful when you tell about your dreams and your ideas, because people will shoot you down. You will say, oh, I'm saving money, I want to go see Europe, or I want to go see Middle East. Like, for example, when it comes to Turkey, I have a dream to like explore entire Turkey, go to like Izmir, Cappadocia, go back to Istanbul. Like, I like seeing all this stuff. It's I don't know. I love, it's like love-hate relationship, but there is more love. It's fascinating to me. But when I tell people, if you tell people these things, you want to go to unusual places for them, they're gonna try to shoot you down, tell you everything that's gonna happen to you, and really suck the life out of your dreams. So uh so you just gotta make a plan and make it happen. My point yesterday was, guys, that you, my dear friends, do not have to be rich. You do not have to be super wealthy. You do not have to um have all that stuff to be able to travel. If a guy from, if some guys here in Midwest, some just regular people, like most of people are regular people, right? Everybody can, if you cut on your bad habits, wasting your time, you can get an extra job if you need to. Instead of watching TV, here what kills me, that people would watch TV every day for 2, 3, 4, 5 hours, instead of having maybe like a side hustle or doing something productive. You can make enough money if you every day you do couple hours of extra work to travel anywhere you want. So everybody can afford it. Even people who are considered low income in US can travel and see the world. You have to make yourself happy. You have to we were not just born to pay bills and jump through the hoops and make everybody else happy. We were born for more. We were born to explore the world, to make connections with strangers, to make friendships for lifetime, to experience, to try all kinds of weird foods. Maybe not all kinds, but but to try different things before we die. We were not meant to just jump through all the hoops and uh make other people happy. you know that's funny, Michael. She's a Bond girl now. That's pretty cool. Michael saying, I met a girl online, got your contacts. Then later had time to check her social media. She met a guy in Turkey who looks like Daniel Craig. She's a Bond girl now. I have to say, there is a lot of very handsome men in Turkey. Like, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. So, but ladies, be careful. TV does make you brain dead. That's why I don't have one. Yeah, yeah, Bobby. Well, when it comes to like, it says most people that have many sex partners get STDs and soul ties. I don't think that we were meant to be messing up our genetics and our health and our mental and our emotions. People do this to themselves. For women, it's very women should have high standards and high requirements for men. So then nobody can hurt you as a woman when you have that. So no, I do not have tattoos. One thing is for me, and ladies, forgive me if it's your choice. You can do, if that's what you want. I do not have tattoos. I do not like tattoos. To me, it's like, I know history of tattoos. I know where they're coming from. I don't need no marks like that on my body. So it's really interesting because right now, if you have a normal body that is not covered with piercings and tattoos, you actually stand out. I like to wear a lot of classy and feminine outfits. I don't want to look like a newspaper. I also do not want to be marked. Um, it's not a good thing. And I like to be classy and classic and feminine. Even, when I'm in my biker jacket, I like to be classic and feminine. No tattoos for me. Plus, why would I do that? Me. Get ink under my skin? Hell no. But I like to have a little fun sometimes. If you're trying to say, Mark, if you're trying to say about being adventurous, yes, I'm a very adventurous person. Michael says, I need your clothes, your boots, your motorcycle. Right. So anyways, guys, I just want to follow up. I just want to follow up and just want to thank you so much for being kind. Thank you so much for joining. I can't wait to build a good off YouTube platform so we can actually connect and talk about travels, relationships, mentality differences, secrets of getting along better. I'm getting really thirsty, guys. So again, I don't have my favorite tea, so I gotta go soon. Plus, my dinner time is coming. Yeah, man. I don't know. I know a lot of people got tattoos now, and guys, if you have tattoos, that's your choice. It's your business. I'm not judging you. I'm just saying that for myself, I would never do it. It's just, it's not good. I never follow the crowd. I don't care what crowd consider cool or fashionable. I just do what I think is good. And if you have a tattoo, I don't know if is it possible to get rid of tattoos. If it's possible, I mean, first of all, don't do it. You're going to regret it. Um, would you recommend living in Ukraine for Turkish guy who knows a little bit of Ukrainian? If yes, which city? I want to live freely and without pressure. I don't know anything about you, GX. So it totally depends on what kind of lifestyle you want. And if you want to marry a Ukrainian girl, but you see, if you live in Turkey, it's only 2 hours. So if you get married with a Ukrainian girl, you can go back and forth, so it's not that big of a deal. Yeah, and again, it depends where you are in Turkey. It's a big question. I need to know a lot more about you to answer it. Getting laser treatment to remove a tattoo is more painful than getting the original tattoo off. I'm sure. Michael says, I don't have tattoos either. People have karma, so I don't want their mark on me. If you are contemplating making a tattoo, don't be stupid. I'm just gonna say this. Lots of scammers in Lugansk. Bobby, it's not that it's scammers in Lugansk, is that people use the situation with politics, conflicts in Lugansk, and therefore they coming up with all the scam stories. Yes, the worst is getting a girl's name, then splitting up with a girl. Guys, whatever you do in life, do not put some woman's name on your body, because chances are you're going to it's gonna end, and you're gonna be looking like an idiot. And also, imagine when you're with another woman, you actually found a woman that you really like, and you want to marry or be with her, and you have a tattoo on your body with another woman's name. Eye roll. Don't do that. Every guy I've known that puts a girl name on his body, yeah, guys, it's just weird. And I just want to tell you, when you do these things, you appear so desperate. Do not do that. Have it in your heart. Do not put it in your body. If you already have it, you can actually use makeup. Seriously, you can use. I saw the advertisement of the facial tone, the tone for the face, but it's very very heavy. Like I use like almost a transparent tone, sometimes no tone for my face, because I don't need to. But I saw advertisement of this like very very thick tone, like base. It's very thick, and it can somewhat cover the tattoo. Don't come on a date to with a girl when you have tattoos of the other woman. Just if you can't remove your tattoo, get the thick mixture, and to apply it as a makeup. Don't scare you out, because if you come for a date and see a girl and you have tattoo and guys, it's just a mess. Am I wrong about it? But I think it's just a mess. So cover it up. Maybe cover it up with clothes. If you don't have the makeup special base, then just do that. Oh, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it. Thank you for sponsoring my coconut water tonight, because I need some coconut water or something like that. I should never do a live show without a couple of drinks. Thank you so much. Thanks, Thomas. Thank you for your super chat. I appreciate it. And Thomas is saying, Veronica, you are beautiful and inspiring. Thank you so much. I appreciate the generosity and the gesture, and thank you for the kind words. I appreciate it. Thank you. I'm going to be even more inspiring now when the rain is over. Even though I love rain, actually, it's really weird. I like that coziness that I'm just going to focus on my work. I'm just going to, drink tea and cuddle in bed. I love rain, but not every day and not all day long. So thank you for brightening my day, Thomas. I appreciate it. I'm sorry about your plans, but you're going to be okay. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah. GX says if you want to have a tattoo, do not put it on your face. Yeah. Tattoos are fat in the last 30 years, old and the same. Well, guys, I'm sure you all know tattoos, being in jail, tattoos tell your story, and really it's a jail culture. What kind of person want to do that? You tell your story with tattoos. It's kind of, I just, I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings who has tattoos, but I don't bend. I say the truth. It's to my opinion, it's really bad taste. But sometimes when you're young and dumb, you do things you regret. So I know there is, you can get a tattoo removal now. I know it's very expensive and very painful. You can also use makeup and cover up with clothes. For me, and I somehow can I mean, I don't like it, but ladies, don't do them damn tattoos. If you ever want to wear a nice, beautiful dress or a nightgown, what? Plus, you don't want to mark yourself, in the slavery times, they were marking people. It's terrible. It's awful. So, and also in times of Holocaust, you guys know I'm partially Jewish, so like in times of Holocaust, they were putting marks on people. I mean, ain't nobody gonna put that shit on. People now do it willingly. This is just me, guys. I'm very conservative. In some ways, I'm rebellious and open and innovative in some ways. But in some ways, I'm very extremely conservative and traditional, and I just don't all. I just sorry, guys. I just do not like the ugly things. I just don't. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. I just don't like things that are not aesthetically pleasing, things that are not inspiring. I mean, why would you do this to yourself? That's my question. Hi, Elizabeth. Good to see you, girl. Elizabeth is saying, so sorry I missed your live. My friend's life was at the same time. I couldn't leave her. It's okay, Elizabeth. You can watch me later, and you can also catch all my videos if you missed them on Patreon, so no worries. You should always support your friend, somebody you know first, so I am good with that. Yes, Wayne, I don't wear earrings today, but the only piercing I like is earrings. Yeah, I love my earrings and I can't live without them, but that's about it. Ladies, if you're watching, ladies, if you're watching me, another thing that is, you will never meet a quality man. I should make a video about this too, like wearing like nose rings. Like you realize you look like a freaking bull. Like I see women wear a nose ring here and nose ring there. It's like I hate to say this, but it's ugly, and you look like you just. It's not just how you look like, but you exude low class, that you really don't understand what is to be a lady, and it reminds me of a bull. When I see nose rings, it's you look like a bull, and then you complain that you cannot find a high value man. I mean, imagine that. I mean, it's just insane to me. So anyway, if you want to be successful, beautiful, and feminine, look at the feminists with green hair and do the opposite. Just everything they do the opposite, and you're gonna be great. Yes, I know, Michael. I know. Michael is saying, Veronica, being conservative is rebellious nowadays. I know. I know. Having a good taste, know what you want, having standards, being patient, not jumping into everything that's available, being smart, being reserved, being discerning, having some values and core beliefs. It is right now. Having common sense, it is rebellious. I know. It's crazy. Thanks, Michael. That is crazy, but it's true. You are so right on that. Being tasteful, when you go out, have taste, have class, it's now rebellious. It's now like, oh wow. Hopefully all this piercings tattoo culture isn't getting big in Ukraine. I don't live in Ukraine now, guys. I live in US, but unfortunately Ukraine is getting affected by this too. Of course, not all the ladies, a lot less than here, but Ukrainian women also kind of getting, especially younger women, getting into this tattoo BS, and I don't like that at all. You have to think ahead. How awful that's gonna look when you are older. Can you imagine? Oh, oof, I cannot imagine that. I mean about the feminists with green hair. Yeah, please. Yes, Elizabeth, have a good night. I know it's late over there and we are wrapping up. Thank you, Bobby. Um, yes, I'm thankful for the rain. I actually love rain. I really do. I'm really weird when it comes to this kind of thing, but anyway. All right, guys, I want to wish you. I would love to see Israel sometime. I just don't like the terrorists over there, but I am a bit. I'll be honest. That's one country that I'm a bit scared because I have friends who live there and relatives, and uh, it's. I would love to see it though. You should come to UK. We get rain every day. Oh, I didn't know you were in UK. I don't like rain every day. I never said that. I like rain once in a while, but not every day. Nope. But I would like to visit UK nonetheless. It's on my bucket list. Yeah, I know that people live in Israel, but they have so much going on right now. It's I have one of my close friends lives there. It's where she lives is like every day is a battle, but I would still visit. I love exploring this, and especially that it relates to my I mean, you have to understand that I was born in USSR or post USSR times. I was growing up, so the everything Jewish was suppressed. I couldn't even say. I have actually my mother last name. So my dad was Jewish, so I have my mother's last name and not my dad's last name. But they did it so people don't bully me and don't mistreat me and hurt me. And my dad was really he was really into Russian culture, literature, classics. We didn't really grow up. He still had some Jewish customs and things that I really have hard times understanding, but he spoke some. He understood all the Yiddish words, but he spoke some, and he taught me. My dad was really he knew how to raise children. I'll put it this way, but it wasn't always mild and gentle. But he really showed me some principles of life. But um, he didn't make it easy. Let's put it this way. But he was very passionate about of course he had a lot of friends who lived there and who emigrated to Israel, and he was very passionate about the whole Jewish thing because of the history. And I was just very lucky that he survived, because when he was growing up, Jewish people they were killing them everywhere. And you know I'm just lucky that he survived. Michael says, "Oh, I love Russian folks. I love their energy. They changing a lot nowadays. Good people out there." Yes, guys. My last point: the most incredible thing about travel is that you will break all of your stereotypes. Yes, you will find them, but you will see people not knowing you, giving you a glass of water, sharing meals with you, showing you directions. You may be in opposite, religion wise, face wise, politics wise, but you not going to believe how your heart expands when you explore in other cultures, and people actually don't hate you as you think that they would hate you if you say that you're an American, for example. When I traveled with my son, when I traveled with my husband, and then when I traveled with my son, they were both amazed how people would be eager to know about America, or eager to show you, or eager to share their food, at no cost. They just want to do things. It's just amazing. Like, there is no better way to learn about the world that travel. So my final thing is, thank you guys, thank you, thank you, thank you. My final thing is cut your cable, sell your TV, and stop and start making money and saving money for the travel. You will learn so much more about countries, peoples, and cultures from actual experience rather than watching it on TV and listening to the propaganda about people. That's what I would like to say. Seriously. 365 days, save 20, 30, $40 a day, and go explore. And you will never be the same. Russian women are very conservative. I love that. Even younger generation women are super conservative. Okay, with that being said, we're going to end the stream. Yeah, miss traveling country to country. Yes, I know. Thank you, Bobby. Bobby's saying you had a wonderful, strong father. I know. Thank you. Thank you so much. All right, guys. I hope you have a wonderful evening. I will see you very soon. Thank you for joining, and I hope you have a wonderful day and save some money and see the world.